Hello and welcome. It's Bev from Living Fabulously. And today I thought I would share with you the reason behind the image on the cover of my new book. So my new book is called Hope in a Dark Tunnel, Your Roadmap to Well-Being When Navigating Chronic Illness. And this beautiful image that you see behind here was originally a photograph. And the photograph has a lot of story and meaning behind it. So I thought I would explain it to you. So I had an online friend, as we all do, and we've often not met them in person. And so this particular friend, Soness Stevens, was living in Japan. And I was about to go and travel to Japan. So I thought I'd connect with her and ask her what she thought I could accomplish in 4 days in Japan. And first she said, no, the first thing you're accomplishing is you're going to come and stay with us in our home in Chigasaki. And so that began this beautiful connection with somebody in person that I'd only met online. The other thing is that when I arrived there, obviously she opened her home, her husband Yuji were warming and welcoming. And I spent a day traveling with a friend of hers called Mitsue. And Mitsue obviously had been seconded to me, and we had a wonderful day in Tokyo. But the following day, Soness and I took a trip together. And we were traveling towards a number of beautiful parts of the country where you can see, Mount Fuji in the distance and so forth. And during this journey, so we were on the train for a fair amount of time, and during this journey, Soness opened her heart to me about the grief and loss she had experienced from miscarriage. And it was as if I had come just at the right time, and she was able to talk out the hurt, the sadness, the challenges that she had experienced with the miscarriage. And if you've ever been to Japan, public displays of affection are not done. And when we exited the train, she turned to me and clung to me and sobbed. And all I could do in that moment was just to hold her in my arms and comfort her. And that day is just etched in my mind forever. But what also happened on that day is that not only had she trusted me and allowed me to be that support for her, what happened is I felt free for the first time to share the immense loss and grief I felt from being chronically ill. I had given up my very successful career as not only an award-winning, but a board-certified executive, and also an accredited master change leadership consultant. And there was a lot of my identity attached to this. And so there was a lot of grief for me that I hadn't processed yet at that time. And we then continued our day and enjoyed this time together. But we got to the Hakone Open Air Museum, and she had known about my aspiration to write a book, and I already had a working title, Hope in a Dark Tunnel. And we got to this tunnel in the Hakone Open Air Museum, and she said, I need to take a photo of you. This needs to be the cover of your book. And so it is. So this has been beautifully stylized from a photograph. And so the essence and the meaning behind this photograph is that we will find someone who will support us unconditionally and be an advocate for us in our lives and in our journey to health. I am your advocate if you are suffering from chronic illness. And this is the reason that I wrote my book, for people like you. And I'm asking that if you're interested, to take a read of the first 3 chapters, and let's get you out of this turmoil that is chronic illness. Thanks for listening, and bye for now. Let's live the fab life together.